Welcome to MacGyver's Workshop, where you never know what we're going to be working on next. If you're not too careful, you just might learn something.
Hi there. Welcome back to another episode of MacGyver's Workshop, where you never know what we're going to be working on next, and if you're not too careful, you just might learn something. So, as I talked about in the previous video, we are working on swapping out these metal halide lights, which you can hear buzzing annoyingly in the background. And to give you an idea of how loud this buzzing is, I'm using a very highly directional shotgun microphone that cancels everything out around it, and you still hear the buzz. So yeah, so it'll be nice to see them go, especially given how much electricity they use. So by changing them over to I'm going to use the T8 Type B direct wire LED tubes in some commercial fixtures I found on Facebook Marketplace for a pretty decent price. We're going to probably cut our power consumption from the lights by at least 66% by my calculations, but we're going to get the actual hard data here. So I'm going to use this, which is called an amp probe, and I'm going to go up there and I'm going to measure how much power the lights are drawing as they are now. Now initially when I started out, I had 9 400-watt metal halides, so you can kind of do the math without even doing this and figure out how much electricity I'm going to use. But over time, I've had a couple of them go out, and I changed one out with a little DIY homemade LED thing that I did with LED par 38 floodlights. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of power we're drawing here. So let's find out. Okay. So actually what I ended up having to do, I decided to cheat a little bit and go over to the box and measure right off of the breaker for the lights, because they're on their own circuit, because you need to wrap this around one conductor, not all three. So what we have is roughly a little over 12 amps. And basically what that equals is about 2,760 watts. Is that what it is? Yeah, 2,760 watts. And that's with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the metal halides going and one of the little dinky LEDs. So yeah, we should see a marked decrease in current or power usage. So that's what we're looking forward to. So 12 amps, 2,760 watts. Remember that. Whew, that was a lot of work. But we finally got them all up, and listen. What do you hear? Nothing. Isn't that great? No more buzzing. So I'm tickled to death about that. And plus it's actually a good bit brighter in here now than it was with the metal halides. So and I don't complain. They did me right, and they have like 0 moving parts. It's just a transformer and a bulb. So it's not like they ever go bad or anything. So yeah, I'll throw them up on Facebook Marketplace, and maybe somebody out there like me a bunch of years back is trying to throw a shop together and get something going and get plenty of light in there. It'll do them good. So I'll make them a good deal on it. And yeah, let me pan around with the camera here on the tripod and let you see all the stuff. It's probably going to drive the exposure crazy because I keep everything on full auto because I don't have a camera person, but that's okay. You'll get the general idea. So for nostalgia's sake, I still have my my little one that I made a few years ago with the LED floodlights. I just left that up there, and you can see there's Maddie the Maddie the MacGyver's workshop dog out there barking away. So it's starting to get dark now outside, so it's like there's all kind of invisible monsters and everything out there that she's barking at. So basically I've got a roughly a 30 by 45 shop here, and I went ahead and bought a dozen of those fixtures and hooked them up, converted them to the direct wire LEDs, and you know, it's so far, you know, I'm really tickled with it. But now is the magic moment where we see how much power we're drawing now with these lights. And let me reposition this camera here. Now with all these lights versus the metal halides, we'll see how much current we're drawing. All right. I set it on hold. So we are using 4, if I can do this here, if I can get it to focus, 4.02 amps. And let's see, it was a few days ago when I shot the other footage. I think it was what, 12 point something maybe. So we're using what, roughly 33%, 66% less electricity now, and I have actually more light in the shop. So that sounds like a win-win to me. So anyway, so I'm tickled with it, and I'm especially tickled with it because now my videos will sound better. You won't have that constant buzz from those ballasts. But like I said, you know, it was a bit of a cash outlay because I think we got, we needed 72 bulbs. And, you know, they're roughly about $6 a piece for those bulbs. So, you know, your initial, you have an initial expense there, and then you have to have the fixtures and modify them. So you've got an investment in time and labor, but you know, 60%, 66% electricity savings. That's really going to be a pretty rapid return on investment. So it's worth it when you factor it in. And when I go inside and I'm editing down this video, I'll add up all the receipts for all the money I spent to do this project, and I'll post it up, you know, like right here. So anyway, I appreciate it, y'all watching, and please subscribe if you like what you see and the kind of stuff I do here. And of course, always feel free to comment. We welcome all your comments and questions, and we'll even feed the trolls every now and then. So, and you can also email me at MacGyversWorkshop@gmail.com, and I'll be happy to answer your questions for those of you who may not have a YouTube account. And, stay safe. Don't get too complacent with everything opening back up after all this COVID-19 stuff. And, don't let your guard down, That's, that's why they call it a roller coaster, the second and third waves and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I think sometimes maybe they overreact a little bit, but in the end, it is a thing, and people have died from it. It doesn't matter how many. So be careful, and don't put yourself at risk, and don't bogart all the damn toilet paper. See ya.